I wanted to talk more about when I am channeling. So, when you're channeling, you can't be afraid. And don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no demons out there. There's just lower vibrational souls that are a little heavier and deeper. But there's no devils or anything. But when you do channel a soul, so you get into this neutral state. Now, when you're in this neutral state, you should be grounded. You shouldn't be thinking about anything. Don't be thinking about lunch, plans, dinner dates, what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do next week. Just go blank for a little bit. And then when you are neutral and grounded, you will then feel as if your energy has shifted or bent. And that's a soul or a spirit popping in. And that's when they're trying to tell you that they are ready to connect. Now, this energy, you have to keep up with it. So some are gonna bring you up a little higher, and you're gonna feel happy, go lucky, and just in a really great mood. Others, they bounce all over the place, up and down, up and down. And others are lower, and you have to stay like that if you want to connect the whole time. Now, I've channeled mainly higher spirits, those heavenly spirits, and then the neutral middle ground that are still on earth living with us. I mean, they're all still living with us, but the middle is trying to bring you up so then they can reach the light. So you can always ask questions, ask them anything. It's as if I'm speaking to you and you're speaking to me. Talk to them as if it's real. I mean, it is real. So they're not always going to answer the question right away. You might have to move on to another question and it'll wrap around and poof, it'll just show up. Or you might have to ask it again and then it shows up. I've had that happen multiple times. Or I have to decode a message and my decoding might be wrong. I got it, and everything that is coming through is correct and is accurate, but my decoding might be a little wrong or off. So that's something that we might have to figure out later, or it might make more sense a week from now or tomorrow when we have a session and I might have mentioned 17 and you're like, well, 17 doesn't mean anything to me. That's not a date, that's not a year. I don't know what that is. And then after our session, you're thinking, oh, 17. I was 17 when my grandfather passed away, or I was 17 when I got my first horse. Like, that's what 17 was in regards to one spirit that we were trying to channel. Now, if there's multiple spirits coming in, the frequency might change. So you can only speak to one at a time. So for me, I would have to shift my frequency from high to medium to low, depending on who's coming in and where they're located. So it's a little easier if they're high and middle, and you can kind of switch that, but you still have to concentrate. When you're at that middle ground, you have to be very neutral. And when you're higher, you're just happier and you're in a great mood. And that has to come out and you have to hold it and be genuine about it. And then things will flow. And once someone passes, it's almost like a thumbprint. There's only one in the whole entire world. So just because your mom died this way, your grandfather died that way, or your pet died another, it's never identical to anyone else on earth. They're all unique and they're all different in their own way. So this goes in regards to channeling. When I'm starting off, I'm usually pretty neutral and then I can go higher really easily rather than getting deep and low. So I have to try to find your loved one. I have to search for them. I'm like, "Hello, my name is Lauren. I'm looking for blah blah blah." And they can come forward. They don't always have to come forward. They don't have to talk if they don't want to. They are choosing to come forward and talk to you or to me through you. Now, since it is easier for me to go from middle to high or high to middle, I have had one channel so far that was really deep and low. And that was a little harder one to channel. So You have to get yourself into an anxious, depressed, stressed, emotionally, in your heart, in your body, in your soul. You have to think that deep. Think of a memory that really brought you down, or a moment in your life that happened and it just crushed you. If you bring on those emotions, then you'll get on to that frequency, and that's when they will come forward. I had a young woman on a deeper, darker frequency, and she wants out because when we were actually channeling, it actually went up a little higher near the end. So she's now at like this middle state, and she is guiding all of her loved ones, her family and friends through life so she can get even higher. So there's those three frequencies, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about them, how channeling goes, and how I actually find them once I start. Animals and children, they're always very, very high. They are so fun to channel. They are a breath of fresh air for me. Middle ones, it's very neutral, it's very easy. I just have to try not to get too excited when you tell me something's right. I'm like, okay, 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 okay. I got to stay into that zone. And like I said, with the lower, deeper ones, I have to stick to it. So that's channeling through frequencies.